Hi, it's Pamela. Welcome to my channel. Today I have a Q&A video with a bit of a twist. I asked people what they'd like to know. I got a mix of normal questions and questions that were kind of on the silly, bizarre side. So we're just gonna have a light little Q&A session right here. First question, would you date someone who started out as a fan from your modeling or vlog? This depends on who it is. To me, it's more about the connection, but I also don't like it when people fawn over me, and we went over this in the assumptions video. It would really depend on the level of fan that this person was, but to me what matters the most is your connection with the person. So it doesn't really matter how the person comes into your life. If the connection's there, it's there regardless of if they admired you or not. Next up, we have a more random question asking me brass or reeds. I'd have to say reeds. I'm kind of partial to the sound of a saxophone, and I was formally trained in the art of the recorder. I could play Mary Had a Little Lamb and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star and Hot Cross Buns, and I did not drive my mother insane. Next question is a standard Q&A type. What has been the biggest positive in your life so far? I would say general support of my friends if I mess up and they're there with me. So the biggest positive in my life have been the friends that I've made over the years, and I know some really nice, supportive people. I'm always there for them and they're always there for me, and I wouldn't trade that for the world, and it is so valuable to be able to find and make connections with people that are like-minded, and they'll never stray. So I guess my friends have been my biggest positive in my life so far. Also, certain successes that I've had, and especially things that I never expected to happen, because some opportunities have fallen into my lap. Like, I've gotten to travel, I've gotten some modeling gigs. In certain areas I got really lucky, so these opportunities that fell into my life were really positive. Next question is going back to the more random side of the Q&A. What is your favorite brand of pantyhose? I don't really have a favorite brand because I don't really wear pantyhose. Next question, staying on the random side of things. Rumor has it you've never pooped. Is that true? Yes, it's true. I have never pooped in my life. It just disappears. It evaporates in my system. You know, I don't even have a butthole. Going back to the more traditional side of the Q&A, how did you get into modeling? This was quite a while back. I don't even really remember why I wanted to model. I haven't modeled in several years. My first modeling job, I think I did a workshop, and this is where a bunch of photographers pay to shoot in studio with lighting set up by the photographer who ran it, so they can practice their skills and learn how to photograph people properly and learn how to light models properly or whatever. That led to a fashion editorial shoot where we went to a farm, and it was absolutely freezing cold. It was like -20 outside, and we were wearing very skimpy clothing, and I didn't get paid for that. I got pictures for it, and then it kind of continued from there. And this was back in MySpace days. The social media wasn't this huge thing, and you really had to find your work. And I had a modeling agency for a little while. I was getting better jobs on my own through networking and just really working the MySpace thing. And there was also Model Mayhem was new, so we were collaborating there. It took a lot of work to get my name out there, and I wish I could remember exactly how I started, but I really don't, because it was so long ago. Next up, this person asked me quite a few questions here, so I'm gonna go over this, and it looks like it's a mix of random and standard Q&A questions. So let's start with, if your 7-year-old self inhabited your body now, what would your 7-year-old self do? My 7-year-old self really liked ballet, so I would probably be going to every ballet class I could. I'd probably go to every ballet that was ever on stage, it would probably be centered around ballet, because I loved ballet when I was 7 years old. I loved dance when I was 7 years old. So definitely I would spend my days in dance class, and I would spend my nights watching stage production. The next question, stable life or adventure? I have to say adventure, but stability is so important in life. So you would have to build a stable life first, so you can easily transition over to the more adventurous side. Next question he asked, have you spit in a rude customer's food? I did do the server thing several years ago, and I would never spit or tamper with any person's food. What's the most normal thing about me? I am quite normal. I feel like I can be a bit boring. I feel like I'm very logical and silly all at the same time. I don't really know what isn't normal about me. But like, if I'm not normal, how am I supposed to know if I'm not normal? Because I would think that I am normal. Right? And the last question he asked, what's the purpose of life to you? I think the purpose of life is to connect. I don't know. I feel like the hierarchy that is there and like forced upon us, it's not right, because beneath our skin is blood flowing through our veins, and those people of power, they're built the same way, and I don't know. So what is the purpose of life to me? The purpose of life, I guess, is to just live and connect and do as much as you can while you're here, because life is a gift. And the last question that I have, do your ghosts stay in your home, or do they show up at places that you go, like on set or at the mall? The ghosts in this house stay in this house, but I feel like when I go other places, as I said in my spooky story vlog, I think it's like you have a little light on top of your head and they can see who can communicate with them, because ghosts aren't circus animals. They're not going to do tricks for you. And if you go in very biased and skeptical, I feel that you're less likely to have something interact with you, because higher dimensional beings, spirit, whatever, they're not going to want to deal with a simple human. And if you're blind to something, it's not going to be able to communicate with you anyway. But if it's bad, it might scare you. If it's a good spirit, it's going to do subtle things. So I don't want to get too far into this, but the ghosts in my house, I don't think they followed me anywhere. They stay in the house, and I do promise that I will get those stories to you soon. There's a lot, so I might just split each individual story up per vlog, because that'll just be easier for me and easier for you guys to focus on one experience at a time. Anyway, that's all the questions that I got. I didn't want to go that deep because I'm just having fun. I just want to have a little fluffy piece with Shan. That's it. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you're watching my videos in general, why not subscribe, and thanks for watching.